So by the time we came here, my sister was very young, very young.
When we moved here, my sister was very young. She was going to first grade. My mother was a teacher, and she taught at a school not far from here. At that time, her leg started to hurt. My father was born in the neighboring village by the name of Kachindu. He died very young. The father of my siblings died very young too.
That brother and the sister, their father, he also died. Yeah. She died at the beginning of this.
My mother died at the beginning of this year. The main reason was her leg. She had to get her AIDS medication from the hospital, but when her leg got worse and worse, she could no longer get them. I wanted to get the medication for her, but the doctors always needed my mother for tests because she did not tolerate the medication well. But in the end, she was too weak and her leg hurt too much.
Actually, we have so many students and pupils in our schools.
We have very many children here in our school that became orphaned because of HIV and AIDS. The illness has turned many children into orphans. There are always new children who are calling to us because they need help. The parent generation here in Uganda is practically extinct. Every other Ugandan is under 15 years of age, and most have lost their parents due to HIV and AIDS.
Due to HIV or AIDS? We can't accommodate all the orphan.
We are unable to accept all the kids here at the boarding school. That means many of those whose parents died have to live all alone in their houses and take care of themselves. They have to fetch water, search for wood, and prepare the meals. It's a very difficult situation for these children.
Get some little money from the headmaster, Mr. Caesar.
I get a little bit of money from the principal of my school, Mr. Caesar. With this money, I must buy all the important things in life. For example, oil for the lamp, or food and salt. Everything that one needs for life. I am now responsible for everything you see.
Everything you see.
When it gets light, I get up and I wash my face. Then I go to the field. After the work in the field, I go with the other children to fetch water from the well.
It is very often that children walk long distances.
The children often have to walk long distances to get water, and this water isn't even clean. The water holes are shared with animals, and often the children get sick.
Often get sick because of the bad water.
After fetching water, I come home and prepare the meal for the whole family. After the meal, we go back again to the water well, and after that, I take care of the chicken. At night, I should learn some for school, but I'm mostly too tired, and it's often already too dark to read. And anyways, I do not go to school every day.
I met Rosemary at Khan. She called for a priest to come and administer.
I have met Rosemary because she called a priest for her last rites. I fulfilled her wish, and after I had administered the last rites, we spoke at length. She was very weak, and I asked her why she was so ill. She told me that she had been tested HIV positive. I then looked for ways to get her medication. That was 1.5 years ago, and now she is still alive.
She has lived for another 1.5 years.
My husband died from AIDS. That was in 1999. At that point, I got myself tested. I was positive. In the hospital, they gave me medication, but I could not pay for transportation there. So at some point, I stopped taking the medication. I became really weak. I think my heart did not work properly anymore. Any effort became torment. Father Joseph came to give me the last rites. I was ready to die, but I was afraid of what would happen to my children without me. Thanks to Father Joseph, I am taking my medication again, but I'm still too weak to take care of everything.
AIDS is an issue.
AIDS is an issue for these people. Today, this issue is being discussed more openly than even just a few years back. Also, because the government has started many programs in regards to this, Infected people are no longer as strongly excluded from the community. People have changed their habits. It's good that the government started to provide free medical checkups and offers free AIDS medication. Those are my brother's 5 children. I have been taking care of them for a few years now. My brother has died of AIDS, his wife too. I'm already old and I cannot take care of everything anymore. My brother was in and out of the hospital, but they never had any medication for him. Now his children live in my house. That is the room for the little kids. And I'm very proud that we have a rainwater cistern. Across from here, that's my room. And that is my fridge. It keeps the water cold. Here is another room for the kids. Also, the guests sleep here. That is the place where we store our dishes. Here too, some children sleep. The bike is from my brother, but it doesn't work anymore.
We believe that they solve that person.
In the African tradition, with death, the soul separates itself from the body. The body decays, but the soul lingers among us, living. Therefore, the dead are buried near the house, so they can still live with us.
In soul, from the African point of view.
What I think, that is a lie.
I think that is a lie. If someone dies, his or her soul disappears. Everything else is old wives' tales. That's what people believed in the past. If someone tells you that the soul of a dead person still lingers and flits from room to room, then he is lying. He wants to scare you, and that's wrong.
If somebody has died, the spirit goes in, like in the other corner, it waits for something. No, for me, what I know, it's wrong. For me, what I think, if the mother, the way she was, the things, all the things she was...
My mother always followed her heart. That is why her soul is in heaven.
Her spirit went.
There's nothing else I think about.
Nothing else I think about that.